As you can see at Beyond Expo Macau this year, we see a lot of technology companies setting up booths in this huge convention. I can see technology and conventions, exhibitions are also one of the focuses for Macau to diversify its local economy. What's your observation?
So I think it's a very clever idea, very smart idea to kind of diversify Macau. And I also see Macau as a doorway to China and a doorway from China to the rest of the world. So it's very strategically located within the Greater Bay Area. But the future is really going to be pegged on 5 critical things: artificial intelligence, quantum computing, semiconductors, fintech and biotech. This is going to be the way in which development is going to move. This is going to be the way the sustainable development goals are going to be given more velocity to. So I think the repositioning that Macau is doing is commendable on all counts.
Well, on this year's Beyond Expo exhibition, you can see many technology companies and green tech companies. How do you think these technology and green tech companies would help China achieve its sustainable development goals?
Nowhere else in the world but in China that we've achieved over 60% of electric vehicles which are on the roads. I'm a runner. I run in Beijing every once a week or once in a month, and I run 21 kilometers. Yeah, okay. You have one of the cleanest airs in Beijing, which is unthinkable 10 years ago, and I think Beijing has important lessons to share. What we clearly do need to see is the convergence of big data, technology, and innovation to shepherd the climate agenda, because climate has proved to be the sword of the Damocles hanging over our head. No country is immune to the malevolent effects of the climate, and that is why it's crucial for countries to converge around this. I want to give you a clear example of how China's success in combating desertification has happened. I went to Kubuchi twice, and I took the UN Deputy Secretary General there back in 2023. It's an entire desert, the 7th largest desert, which has been converted into an agricultural wonderland. And what it is doing is, it is actually bringing technology there, drones, the renewable energy sources is producing 3.2 gigawatts of electricity through solar and wind power. The use of drones for providing the necessary, oversight in terms of how much of water is needed. Robotics are going and planting the trees. It's unbelievable how they've transformed it. So I see this is where the world has to come together.
The UN has recently lifted its economic outlook for China's economy. And how do you think Macau's continued openness and the Greater Bay Area's continued openness will foster China's economic growth?
In fact, I'm a little more optimistic about China's growth if we can maintain the velocity, if we can maintain the opening up, if we can converge more foreign direct investment and make sure we can park aside geopolitics and bring businesses together to advance the global SDG agenda. What will happen is we will also see growth not just in China but across the world. I'm quite confident that by the end of this year, perhaps into early next year, China should be at about 5% rate of growth.